But we have no mempal. Let's go through what we have today. We have our encoder, DSG3. We have a ribbons module up here right next to it. It's probably a bad placement for it if you ask me, but whatever. I put it there, so what are we gonna do? 2 FKGs, that's our like compositing powerhouse right there. We have 2 DSGs. I like to have them next to each other for cross-contamination, but it didn't work out that way. 2 DWO, that's 4 oscillators. 2 scrolls, that's 4 digital oscillators. We got an angles we're gonna try and throw in the mix here. We're gonna try all these doubles, right? Dual shape, scrolls, DWO, angles, make something, make a wall. We have an SMX here that's unlabeled. That's out of my system behind me. I just wanted to have more mixing. So we're gonna use a lot of SMX today too, I think. I wouldn't mind having 2 SMXs really, but I don't have 2 SMX personally, so that's not an option. I also took 1 Baja from my rig behind me. I got 2 stairs, 2 stacker, contour, and a switcher. So let's do start with the basics again. It's been a while since I've patched, and I still haven't done enough scrolls patching. So we'll start at the basics, which is going to be scrolls into DSG and probably into stairs, because there's still like some patches from my first week that I've not gotten back to. I don't know, like I don't remember what I did, so now I got to figure it out, you know. So we're going to take each of these scrolls has basically, depending on the mode, you got a high frequency and a low frequency oscillator, or an H ramp and a V ramp. Take each of those into our H and V inputs on a DSG so that we can combine them and make a shape. All right, let's get this in a different mode. We were in like ping pong there. Now we're in dual vertical. We want to do like HV or random. Let's go random. Everyone likes random. And then maybe we will do some journey and see if we can mix together a really weird waveform. The journey mode's all about the CV input, so we got to go back at that again today. I think Video Art Duo was talking about journey this last week, so we'll explore that too. Give me that shape and put it into stairs. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna get that other scrolls going in kind of a similar manner, and then we just want to like layer them over each other and make them look cool, get them grooving on each other. I think one of my stairs isn't plugged in, y'all. So now we have, make that one move faster too. So now we got some nice gradients going on. Make the shapes similar again. Double that. Those are already doubled. So now, another thing I was kind of thinking about was how to kind of use these. Usually I take these 2 patterns that we have right now. Right now, one of them's going to red, one of them's going to green. Typically, I would kind of mix them ahead of time so I could go monochrome. I'm not really looking to make colors right now. I just want to make weird, like, blobs that are influenced by each other. What's wrong with the stairs, guys? Really hot. Seems like it didn't work a second ago. Here's stairs number 2. Oh, there it is. It's working. I'm crazy. All right, so we're gonna go monochrome. Monochrome is king. Patch 80% of your patch in monochrome. Add the color at the end. That's the visionary method. That's how I trained. That's how I learned. Especially in the visionary system where you could just patch the top of all these like triple modules and then start like crossing the bottom parts. Anyways, the workflows are a little bit different, you know, visionary to expedition to Gen 3. So I have 2 stairs with very similar or like the exact same patch happening, just coming from 2 different motion generators. Well, 4 different motion generators. And I'm going to take these 2 stairs and take them into SMX and just take that out. And there we go. Now we got some cool patterns, right? What is piquing your interest? Black and white. Ugh. Keep losing my chat window. How do I make it stay on top? Stay on top. Doesn't have that option. There it is. Always on top. I got it. I can see your chat now. All right, so I have these patterns. Now what am I going to do with these patterns? I got an idea. So I have a spare DSG channel right here, a spare DSG channel right here, and 2 DWOs. So I'm going to make some other gradients and just stick them into FKG because we're going to go full generative mode here. We have no inputs. We have no TBCs. We're making pretty shapes and colors and moving images. Go over here. I'm going to patch into the foreground of an FKG. And I think we'll do like a 3-band colorizer? Sounds good. Sounds good. So first band, I'm going to take Baja, because that's just so damn easy. You don't have to think about it. And we'll patch that to the output. So we just have a Baja oscillator going into an FKG foreground. White, red, yellow. I don't really even care about my colors being lined up because it's not really what we're going to be going for. Oh man, I need a new chair. Day 1, 2024. Look at that. Look at those colors. And I must be in a in a color key. That's why I was getting such a yeah, there we go. Keep that over there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to source my key from this SMX mix of those weird shapes we had earlier, right? So where is that? I pulled that cable, the new one. SMX out into the key input. So I'm just putting a Luma key in because I only have one color in there. Switch my switch over, and there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Now we got like graphics from some era, maybe today, and put a little bit of feedback on that. We're done. We're done, right? A little bit of memory palace, a little bit of optical feedback would probably be even cooler. Now I can start messing with my scrolls. I can modulate them. I can change their modes. right? We're in random mode. If we go back over to like HV on both of these, it's going to be a little bit more of like a repetitious kind of, slow it down a little bit, but a little bit more of a repetitious, continuous looping scenario. I mean, it's obviously not, it's going to loop at some point, but because we have 2 different scrolls, 4 different generators all operating at their own frequencies, you know, it's not actually looping, but it's coming really close to looping. It's going to feel like it's looping, but I'm sure you'd have a hard time, especially with the colorization of the Baja, to actually go into like media and like find a loop point, but you know what I mean. Come on, let's not get carried away. We don't want it to loop. We want it to look like it's looping. Just look. So we bump out the softness, give it a little bit of a glow. That's where I usually sit. Yeah, right in there. Let's go back to random though. And then, so that's one side of a colorizer. That's one band, right? We're gonna use this same CV to CV this colorizer, or this FKG, and this FKG is gonna go into the background of this FKG, and then we have, you know, some bands to play with. So let's look at FKG number 2 by itself. See what we can get going over there. We copped out and did the Baja on the first one. So this one we got to do some DSG and DWO and probably just DSG. Let's go. Give me some absolute and some absolute, like this. Maybe turn off the doublers on these ones. I don't know about that color palette, but we're gonna stick with it. I don't know. Outline mode. Outline mode always makes any color palette a little bit better because we can suck some of it out. Working like, you know, what do we want to say? Duochromatic, trichromatic. Like only 2 or 3 colors, not all the colors. All right, so we got that in there. Now we need to switch the key over. And we're going to use, we don't have a mult. Now, I could use switcher as a mult. I could also kind of use stairs as a pseudo mult if I kind of tune it just right and try to make the input match the output. But I'm just going to take the second channel of the SMX, and I'm just going to try and set my channel B to the same settings as the one above. And if they're slightly off, that's just kind of maybe going to make my like 2-band colorizer a little bit cooler, right? We can pretend. So here's my, oh, come on. Move the knobs. Move the knobs. We can make this one maybe a little bit softer than the other one. I don't know, whatever. So now, patch back into the output of the first FKG, and then I just need to chain them. Then we'll see where we're at. We're basically getting 2 keys, 2 layers that are going to be on top of each other, right? Priority mixed due to the chaining of the FKGs. And we're going to, but they're both going to be kind of like outlined, you know, by the same key. I need a shorter RGB. Where's my short RGBs? I just have all my cables sitting in my lap, and it's very cumbersome. I see you. All right, let's go. There it is. We're gonna get some glow. We're gonna make some orbs. Look at that. I like it. Now if I slightly mess with these mixes over here, make one a little bit more different than the other, or you know, just I get to like basically pick out my outlines. So this is kind of an extension of we've done a lot of 2-band colorizers where we share the same key into 2 FKGs that are then chained to the output. That's how you build these multi-band colorizers. We usually just use a mult. So having the ability to slightly tune each one of these is, you know, a lot of room. Put a scanners in there, put a VCA in there, put a FKG down here, just mixing the signals that go to the keys. Like I would definitely probably look to using a 3rd FKG as like the master key generator that would be doing this patch and multed to both of the key inputs rather than making a 3 FKG chain, right? Because you're just gonna start getting real complex stuff. Who likes my patch? My light turned off. How's my green screen? It's still kind of working. My lights run off of my PS5 now, because that thing can output a lot of juice on the USB. I stopped. My PS5 just turns off, you know? All right, so now what are we gonna do? Now we wanna make, yeah, you could use a crossfade instead of an FKG, but then you're gonna have, you'd have to use another keyer module alongside of it to do like true keying. Otherwise, you're doing fades, which is not, it doesn't have the same kind of effect, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, ribbons plus crossfade or keychain plus crossfade. I'd like to have that hard edge CV in it. There's a lot of ways to get a hard edge. I understand that as well. But yeah, I'd be looking for that hard edge. But again, the softness control on FKG, that's where it's at. And the outline mode. So, oof. Again, the crossfader would be a lot of fun down here too. Like that would be the first step up, or factors. But the golden goose would be an FKG, because like that outline mode plus softness. Turn on those lights. All right. Crossfade is great, but would totally be missing the keying element, especially with the soft key magic. Yep, soft key and outline is where it's at for me. And again, you could make an outline. It's just a lot of work compared to just having an FKG. It can all be done. All right, so now we want to look at like possibly, oh God, I wish I had some VCAs to make these levels bounce a little bit here. What do I have? Well, I can CV this stairs right here. Let's just take a slow. I hate using DWOs in slow mode because I have 4 Bajas over here, you know? But let's go. Take a slow one. And maybe just like take a look at CVing one of these stairs so that one of them has some fun. Even that strobe modulation is nice, getting those lines in there. Now, if I had a VCA on this, it would go clean, strobe, clean, strobe. That's what I would. VCAs, y'all. VCAs. All right, let's tune it in. You know me. I want a slow scroll. Ooh, those diagonals, though. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Also, the problem with crossfade in that scenario, I think a little bit is like you don't have the individual control over over all 3 channels. You don't have you don't have independent control over the 3 channels, which is a nice thing to have. Come on. Now we're making fishies, right? we go. Got that dialed in. So we're making screensavers, right? We're like 1995, but we're trying to make screensavers that look like they're from the 70s, which people didn't do in 1995. This is like a cross between the two, you know? Remember like the aquarium screensaver that it was like the only screensaver? That and pipes. It's like am I greened out a little? I am. Okay, so that worked. We got a little bit of modulation on one of those stairs. I can put a different modulation on the other stairs, and then maybe I can cross-contaminate the two stairs. Oh god, oh god. All right, give me an oscillator. Give me the triangle. Do I want this one scrolling, or do I want to go video rate? Guys, FKGs are back in stock, yo. Yo, I think we all knew that. But not too many of them. I think like 10. There's like 10 TVCs and 10 FKGs. That's what I'm saying, something like that. Okay. So that one needs to slow down a bit. And one of them's strobing. You see all those horizontals that are kind of inside the green and the purple and the more soft color? That's telling me that one of these oscillators is like it's strobing in that off octave between like the really nice scrolls. I think that's this one. I'm gonna see if I can. I think it's this one. See if I can get rid of those stroby artifacts. Is it not this one? Is it this one? You guys see those, right? Am I misreading that? I'm also getting like those outlines are weaving over each other, which makes me feel like it's strobing as well. There we go. No, they're still doing it. This might just be because of the weaving over each other might just be part of what I have patched and not a strobing oscillator. Either way, it looks pretty nice. So I'm probably just going to stick with it because I don't know how to fix it. Doesn't seem to be this one or that one. Oh yeah, there's a clean one. There we go. You know what? I kind of liked it better with the strobing artifacts. What do you guys think? Strobe or no strobe? Strobe or no strobe? Let's figure this out. Day 1, 2024, we will have definitely strobes on all patches. Look at this. Look at this.